Hello, everybody. I'm Kavita, and welcome to my show, Wow, Wonder of a Woman, where I try to bring to you all a new facet of my guest, perhaps something even she didn't know that she had or could do. My program is to reach out to a woman and make her rediscover herself, the wonder that she is. Through this show, I hope to make my guest talk, answer, delve into herself, a little retrospection perhaps, and see things anew and help others also to find the spark in their lives. Most of the times in our lives, what we truly feel for gets buried in the daily routine, chores, and responsibilities, and we are not able to voice it. It's only when we get talking to somebody about it that it starts surfacing and then can sail off. Through this light-hearted chat, friendly question answer session, I hope to bring out the wow in my guest. The format is 2 rounds, question answers, second one rapid fire, and then we have some words of wisdom from my guest. I do not attach any Miss, Mrs., Ms. tag to my guest because I want her here as an individual, as a woman, as the wonder that she is. So, ladies and gentlemen, my wow for today is Vaibhavi Netskar.
Thank you.
Vaibhavi has done her BE in ENTC from Pune University and is currently pursuing her MS from North Carolina in the US of A. She's born and brought up in Thane, and she has worked in KPIT as a software engineer for 2 years. She loves reading novels of James Patterson and Jeffrey Archer, and her pastime is singing, dancing, anchoring. She can speak Marathi, English, and Hindi. So, Vaibhavi, welcome to my show, Wow, Wonder of a Woman.
Thank you, Auntie, for having me here.
We start with the first round, that is a question answer round. Why did you choose to do the education that you did, your BE?
So to be honest, in my 10th, I was very undecisive whether to take science or commerce, but my father motivated me to take science. And after that, there was no looking back. So in my undergrad was when I developed my love for circuits. And so I'm here today pursuing circuit design as my specialization.
Okay. What did you dream of becoming when you were growing up in your childhood and all?
Those dreams used to change as per the actors or the TV serials that I used to watch and adore. So it wasn't definitely engineering, but yeah, that's how it has turned out well, however.
What skills or hobbies did you have in your teenage?
During teenage and even after that, I have continued to sing and dance, and reading novels have been my hobbies.
Did you get any awards or certificates for anything?
So primarily, I have been recognized for my elocution and for singing. And I have also secured certificates for the various projects that we underwent in engineering, and we did some paper presentations also for the same.
Okay, nice. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. So, what gives you joy now? What is your stress buster?
So post lockdown or after coming to US, basically, I found in my lone time, I have started uploading videos on Instagram. So basically, I record my singing videos and my dancing videos, some of my good pics, and I upload them to Instagram.
Okay, nice. That's nice. What aims or goals do you have now for the near future? Not necessarily the long term.
So currently, my only goal is to bag the IC designer role in some top-notch MNC in US.
Fine. Without good wishes, that will come true very soon. Okay, so Vaibhavi, a little bit of course, not a little bit of retrospection now. One incident can you recall that made you feel alive, full of hope, exhilarated in your childhood, teenage, or young adulthood? Why did you feel?
So to be honest, all my academic achievements have been the wow movement, the amaze movement of my life. And maybe my upcoming wow moment would be when I I bag my most pursued role into some MNC.
Okay, that's nice. Now, the opposite of it. One incident that made you feel angry with the world, with the society, angry enough to say, take it on.
So anytime anyone undermines me is when I get very furious. So there was one such incident in my 10th. So after my prelim exam, I had basically joined IX classes, and after my prelim exams, my results were out and I had scored well. Still, the branch manager managed to tell my mom during parents meeting that she can score somewhere around 90. And I was so angry and so furious on her that how could she even say that my target is 98 or above, and she is saying she can get somewhere close to 90, though my results have been, I mean, I was very consistent throughout that entire year. I never took it very lightly. I have never taken any standard or any exam, to be honest, lightly. And she said that, and I ended up getting 95.82 in 10th. So.
So basically, it means that the anger that you feel is when you are undermined, when
Yes.
people think that you can't do and you can do
Yes,
better.
yes.
So
Especially in my academics. Yes.
okay, that's nice. Okay. Okay. Who is your female role model in life and why?
So my female role model is Mrs. Sudha Murthy. I think she has had a fascinating journey till date. She is amazingly talented. She has done her undergrad in mechanical engineering. She was the first woman to pursue that from her college. Then she went on to do her MTech from IISc Bangalore, and she emerged as a gold medalist there. Post that, she worked for Infosys, and even after her retirement, she's not retired. Basically, she is running Infosys Foundation with all her heart and soul. So I really adore her for whatever she's doing. And she has led a very simple life. Though she is the wife of a millionaire, and she can have all the fancies and she can have all her desires fulfilled, yet she leads a very simple life. So I feel her journey is very inspiring.
Okay, nice to hear that. Okay. What according to you is independence for a woman?
I think being able to take your own decisions and being able to stand on your feet and being able to fulfill your desires, your wishes, is being independent.
What do you feel is stopping women from taking decisions?
I feel that mostly men are important in the family because they bring in the money. They are the bread earners of the family. That's the reason maybe they are given a prime stand when it comes to decision making. But if women also become financially independent, they will also be able to contribute themselves. Rather, they should be contributing, but they will feel more confident enough once they start contributing from the financial point of view. Also, they'll feel more confident and they'll be more respected in the family.
So financial freedom is important for a
Yes,
woman to
is a must.
Okay.
Is a must.
Okay. So do you feel a woman can live alone? And if yes, how? If no, why not?
I don't think anyone can live alone, considering that man is a social animal. So we at some point of time we always need someone for emotional support. And I can say this because I'm in US since the last 6 months, and I have never known anyone here. I don't even have my close relatives around. So it's really difficult to be alone. So you need someone as your emotional partner at least.
So should a woman give up her career for her family? I know it's finally an individual's decision, but what's your opinion about it?
So no women should give up her career for her family. I mean, family should be a priority, but that doesn't mean that her entire life has to revolve around her children or her husband, because ultimately you are an individual. Like now, I have moved out of my family. Tomorrow, Abhishek might go out to pursue his dreams. Ultimately, my mom is still there, and she has given her time. That is all okay, but deep down, she is alone, I feel. So no matter, family should be there. We should take care of them. No doubt in that. But you have to have a career of your own, your life of your own, friends of your own circle.
Is it
Also.
necessary for a woman to have a formal education, a degree, a diploma?
I do not think so that we need a specific degree to achieve our dreams. And to support my answer, I would like to say that in a recent Indian Idol episode, I saw, it was a women's special episode, and I saw as one of the guests, they had a lady from Rajasthan called Romi Devi. So basically, she started started her small business out of her own desire to start something of her own. And she started a small income group, and she started with a group of some 10-15 women who could do embroidery, and they started designing some bags and handmade artifacts like that. And you won't believe, now they are a group of 30,000 women. So she was able to form a group, a business of her own. And now that she has reached to this level, so in the very first exhibition that they had in Delhi, she could earn around 10,000 to 15,000 of as her profit, and now she has a turnover, must be having a turnover in lakhs. So she had come on the show, and I am very sure she didn't have a formal MBA degree, but still she could achieve her dreams and she could do it.
Yeah.
So I feel that any degree or that sort of thing should not bog you down. If you're creative enough, I think, and if you have the love for your art, and if you're passionate enough, you can do it, is what I feel.
Okay, nice. That's nice.
But that doesn't mean that you don't need one.
Yeah.
but yeah, don't let anyone or yourself being pulled down because of that.
Because of that. Lack of that, rather.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've been working, so you've been a part of the workforce in a job, in a company or something. So what, according to you, should a woman learn or know if she has to be a part of a workforce?
I feel every woman should be confident, and she should be able to stand for herself no matter what. Basically, I feel men in our society have a tendency to pull women down. They try to do it in some other way, but all she has to do is stand for herself, be confident, be there.
How much should a woman depend on a man?
No, I don't think women should be completely financially independent, and they should be able to fulfill their own desires by themselves. They should not try to achieve their happiness through someone else, or their ticket to happiness should not be someone. I mean, you yourself should be able to do it, to pull it through. And I think after you do that, I think you would be the most proudest if anything that you do is on your accord rather than someone else's.
Good, awesome. Okay, should a woman compromise, adjust, change, and give up to fit in with the family, with the society, and all those things?
I think compromises are a part and parcel of our life. They definitely shouldn't give up, but compromise has to be there. But then that shouldn't be a one-time, or I mean, that shouldn't be a single person compromising. Since we coexist in a family, everyone has to in some or the other way.
Should a woman get married?
I think it totally depends on you. Don't do anything just for the sake of it. That okay, I'm 25 and I have to, or whatever is your age, and you have to get married. Don't do that. If you are in love, and if you are in the right frame of mind, and if you want to, do it. If you don't want to, don't do it. It should depend on you. Nothing else should be as per any society. So
Right.
standards.
You set your own standards, your limits, and your
Yeah. Do it. Yeah.
Good. Nice. Okay, so when should a woman put her foot down and say, now, no more?
I think when her self-respect is at stake, when she feels that it's enough of giving and she has had enough, I think that's the time she should walk out. It should not happen that the person in front of you is negative and toxic and just draining out your energy completely. he should be giving also. That's how you can exist or coexist. So yeah, there should be no negativity in your life in the end.
So, Vaibhavi, with that, we come to the end of the first round, and now we move on to the second round, that is the rapid fire round. So, I'll be shooting off questions, and you will reply the first word that comes to your mind. No thinking, no contemplating, and no going back. No, nothing of that sort.
Okay.
One word,
Okay.
one answer. Okay. So, here we go. Your favorite time of the day?
Evening.
The first thing you do after waking up in the morning?
Check my phone.
You are happy when you are?
Singing.
You love to?
I love to upload videos and my pics on Instagram.
Dash makes you angry.
Anyone undermining me makes me.
You would never?
Smoke or indulge in any of those activities.
Love means?
Family.
Freedom means?
Sorry?
Freedom. Freedom means?
Being your own self.
Friends are?
Family.
Women should be?
Financially independent.
Relationship should be?
Mutual.
Traveling makes a person?
Feel at peace.
Education is?
What? Advice.
Education. Education is?
A must.
Adventure for you is?
I don't know. I'm not a very adventurous person.
Okay. So doing something out of the blue, something that is not normal could be an adventure for you.
Or maybe going on some unplanned trip.
Okay.
There's nothing on the itinerary.
Women should travel alone at least once in a while to
Explore herself, maybe bring out something new in her, or be at peace. Maybe if she wants to get out of her family life and be alone.
women should work to
Be financially independent.
okay. Financial freedom helps women to
Fulfill their desires.
learning should stop when
Should never. It should never cease.
women should take their own decisions to
To be there, like to achieve their goals, to fulfill their dreams.
dependency on someone brings
A parasitic feeling.
wow. the world needs more of
Humanity, kindness.
goals are to be
Achieved.
thank you, Vaibhavi. That was the end of the second round also. And now that the rounds are over, what would you like to tell the women out there?
I have 2-3 things to say, and we can apply it to our own age groups. But this is what I've had in my the experiences that I have had till date. So I feel that we as women are very critical and judgmental of each other, and we know our boundaries and we try to judge women based on that. So I feel that, and it is very easy for us to character shame someone. Sometimes I feel very easily, the society aunties do it. So I feel that no women, at least we being a women, should not character shame others. And I also feel that nobody should do anything out of societal pressure. Like at certain age you must get married. There is a certain age where you should have kids and all that. That is all society. That is what society demands. But you have your own dream and your own career, so follow that. Also, since I've been stressing that women should be financially independent, however, it is not cool to chuck your responsibilities and just focus on one thing. So you have to fulfill your responsibilities towards your family and your children also. So don't ignore that part also, because ultimately we want good individuals in our society. And lastly, I would like to say that women who are in the age of 30s or late 40s and who think that now half life is done and what would I do now? I think just delve into yourself, just see what gives you more fun, more pleasure, and try doing that. Maybe you might find your own hobby in it, and maybe a source, a way of finding some income through it. So do it and try to be financially independent through that is what I feel.
That's a very valid point, actually, Vaibhavi, because women don't think that they need to have any financial knowledge or, any say in that, because they put everything on the males of their
Mhm.
family, be it a husband, be it a brother, be it a father, or somebody else. The women generally don't tend to be financially money minded as such. So this is something that, women should come out and start taking steps towards at least understanding how it all happens and goes and what to do about it. That's a very nice point that you have brought up. And I'd like to ask one more thing, which I feel that you can tell about is he should when taking a decision, a woman has it all planned out, everything. Does she have to consult a male, a husband, a father, whoever it is, to get acquiescence, even after she has worked it all out?
Depends if you believe in blame game. I do that because I know I'll have someone to point my fingers to. But in case if you have it all planned in your mind, and if you are not some chronic overthinker or some indecisive person like me, just go for it. I feel.
So it's like what you'd like to say is that you have to plan out everything, so you don't need to depend on somebody to say yes to what you
Yeah,
have already
yeah,
planned.
yeah. But for someone, so individually, I am someone who doesn't. I mean, who's not independent enough while making some decisions. I get very confused, and I think and I rethink. That's the reason I need someone to validate me. But if there is someone out there who's confident enough with their decision, with a clear plan of work, I think you should go for it. I mean, don't give a second thought.
I think the facet that we have unearthed here about you is that you need to be more decisive, more confident about
Yeah.
yourself, and stop the blame game.
Yes.
Because you've got it in you, right? You've got it in you. You have taken decisions and they have worked out very well for you. I think this what stops the women is that the indecision is whether it will turn out right or no. That fear needs to be got over. We need to understand that even if it is wrong, it's okay. You should be able to handle it, and I think you're doing a good job of that. So that's one advice I think every woman should understand. Feel the fear but do it anyway, because finally it's you. The loss is going to be yours and the gain is going to be yours. So I think you're doing a good job of that. So with that, Vaibhavi, we come to the end of this show. Till we meet again, keep smiling, be happy, and hey, you women in the audience, be the wow that you are. God bless.
Thank you, Auntie, for having me on this show. And I hope that your subscribers increase twofold, threefold, and I get a chance to come back here again. So, thank you very much for having me here, and I hope that your subscribers for the show increase leaps and bounds. And I feel that this is a very great initiative and venture that you have started. And I hope to see many more episodes and many more women on this chat show.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
very much.
Vaibhavi. That was so nice of you to say those nice words. And yes, definitely, I will be having another season where I would like to invite you for that also. We need people, we need women to, make other women also understand what they are going through, so that connect happens and other women understand they're not alone out there. My whole show is that of making women realize they're not alone. Everybody's going through the same process. So through this, what pearls of advice that you all give, it reaches out, and I hope it reaches out. So thank you for coming and being the wow of my show today. Have a nice day. God bless.
Thank you.